on lesson 24, and today starts the metric system. Okay? So we started our unit conversions the other day with our English U.S. customary system, where we talked about yards and feet and inches and miles, and we did pounds to ounces and tons and all of that. But now, we've got the metric system. Okay? It's very similar. It's just based in the hundreds. So hopefully this will be easy for you guys. Okay? One of the ways that they call the metric system, which you'll learn in science someday, is the international system, SI. It was developed in France. Okay? So that's why the S comes before the I, because in French that adjective comes second. So international. System international. IS or SI. Okay? So we like it because it's simple. So all we have to do is convert with powers of 10. It's all about powers of 10 for our metric unit. Okay? So if we look at page 82, it gives you a table of metric prefixes. Okay, so let's all turn to page 82, please. Page down 82, and that's all I need to do right now, please. Thank you, ma'am. All right, so we've got our metric prefixes. Kilo, you're going to have just a K, and that means it's a power of 10 of 1,000. So 1,000, kilo means 1,000. So for every kilo, you're going to have 1,000 of the base, that dash. So they're using meters for our length, and mass is in grams, okay? So for every kilogram, kg, there are 1,000 grams. Does that make sense? For every hectogram, Hg, there are, it tells us 100. So 100 grams. Okay. For every decagram, D. Alright, they're abbreviating a little bit different than in science. In science, it would be dA. In math, we'll just stick with what they've got, dK. For every decagram, there are 10 grams. Okay? When you get to that dotted line across the chart in the middle, that is what they call the base. That's the standard. So 1 meter, you guys all know that a meter's thick, about that long. A meter's thick though. Alright, your meter. This is your standard length. This is actually our standard, we're just going to pretend, because a yard is about the same as a meter. A little bit different, but about. So a meter. Think in your head, a meter, right? Can anyone tell me how many centimeters are in a meter? The way I like to say it, I'm going to ask you this if you ever have a question on the test. Think about a centipede. How many legs does a centipede have? 100. 100. Okay, so 100 centimeters. How many legs does a pede have?
What's that?
1 leg. 1 leg. Oh, it's my joke. You have a centipede has 100 legs. A pede only has 1 leg. So that
Any
pede.
protractors?
I had a
3 or
couple that I
4.
gave to Ms. Watson already.
Should be needing some more.
I think I only have. I have this one that's for sale, and then just 1 more. I have 1 more for sale, but it's all wrapped up in the plastic. Do you want that one?
I'll give her these first.
Okay. Alright, so, going back, our centipede, right, 100 legs, a pede, that's my joke, 1 leg. So that means there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter, okay? That one's going to be a standard one that you'll have to just know all the time. 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. Okay, so if you look at this chart, centa means 1/100. So 1 tiny little centimeter, this little guy right here, it's only about that long, is 1/100th of the big meter, right? So that means it takes 100 centimeters to make 1 meter. Is that clear? These charts are always a little bit confusing. You got to just remember to kind of read them backwards. So the deci, 1 over 10, that means it takes 10 decimeters to make 1 meter. So 10 centimeters. This right here is a decimeter. About that long. You got a decimeter. Okay? And then last but not least, millimeters. In every centimeter, there are 10 millimeters. So if there are 10 millimeters in every 1 centimeter, and there are 100 centimeters, that's where that 1,000 comes from. There are 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. 1 meter is 1,000 millimeters. So we've got to make sure that we know what those prefixes mean. K in the front, okay? Little m, little c, little h, dk, all those, okay? You guys can refer back to this chart on 82 for your homework, and that will be helpful, okay? So we're going to start with converting 528 centimeters to meters, and we're going to do these very similarly to how we did our metric, or our U.S. customary system. With our U.S. customary system, we drew that little T shape, right? And we put what we knew on the top, in the top left corner. So what do we know if we convert 528 centimeters to meters? What's my known here? Somebody help me out. What's my known? My centimeters. How many centimeters do I know that I have? That's me. 528, exactly. So I'm going to put 528 centimeters over here, right, in my little table. And I know I need to convert to meters, so my answer over here is going to have to be in meters, right? So now I need to figure out my unit conversion. What needs to go in this space here? A ratio of 1 to figure out meters. So I need centimeters to meters. Do I know my conversion factor for that, my unit multiplier? Careful, we said a centipede 100, and does my centimeters need to go on the top or on the bottom? On the bottom, because my centimeters need to be able to cancel. And I'm going to need what on the top up here?
Meters.
Meters, because that's what I need to end in. So these centimeters are going to cancel. That's what we want. And we know that there are how many centimeters in a meter? Or meters in a centimeter? 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Good. Okay. So we're going to take, this line means multiply, this line means divide. So what do I need to do? 528 divided by 100. This is why we learned our powers of 10 before we did unit conversions. Because divided by 100, we can count our zeros, right? How many do we have? 2. So when we divide, our decimal place moves to the left. Divide means left, multiply means right. Okay, so divide. Where did our decimal start up here in 528? We don't see it. We always know it's back here. Move it 2 times to the left. 1, 2. My answer is 5.28 meters. Everyone clear on that? We'll do another example. Okay. Convert 486 kilograms to grams. So let's put that back over here. Divide, go left, multiply, go right. Okay, so we've got 486 kilograms to grams. Somebody tell me what I need to put in my table up here.
What are you saying again? Kilograms to grams?
Kilograms to grams. 486 kilograms.
Okay.
To
So
grams.
that would be kilograms.
Okay, how many?
What did you say? 486?
Exactly. What I know, right? 486 kilograms.
You said 468.
Oh, 486. I said 486, and then I wrote down 468. Whoa. 4. Come on, marker. 486. There it is.
They need kilograms right now. The bottom.
At the bottom, good, because I need them to be able to cancel each other.
And grams will be what? Yeah.
And grams, good, because we said we need to convert to grams.
How many kilograms is a thousand? You know that 1,000 grams in a kilogram.
Exactly. We've got it up there. So our 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. And I personally prefer multiplication. I just think it's easy. So this one, Porsche, you got to walk in the park here. 486. How many zeros?
3 of them.
3, exactly. And then my units?
Grams.
Grams, exactly. So there's my answer. Okay. One more, 350 decimeters to meters. So, what needs to go where?
What'd you say, Ken? 300?
Decimeters to meters.
Okay,
My answer is going to be meters.
Decimeters need to go up there.
Up there where? Top left or top right? That way. Good. Top left. So my decimeters are going to go up there.
Yeah, decimeters need to go down there.
And decimeters is going to need to go down there.
What's the
Go up
number?
here? Oh, the number was 350.
Okay, 350.
350 here?
Up there.
Up here?
No.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
good. 350. Gotta keep you on your toes, right? 350
And
decimeters. So decimeters, that's
to
what I need.
meters.
To meters. Good.
How many, that's, 1 out of 10.
Okay, so are there 10 decimeters for 1 meter or 10 meters to 1 decimeter? That's where we have to be careful. If it's a fraction, we said it's going to take a lot of the little ones, right? So it's like centimeters, but it takes a lot of centimeters to get 1 meter. It's going to take some decimeters
To get to a meter.
to get to a meter. So how many decimeters are in a meter? If it says 1/10, there's going to be how many portions? 1/10. 1/10.
Okay.
So that means 10 decimeters for 1 meter.
Okay.
Okay? And we said multiply and divide. So what's my answer going to be? 35. I take that 1 0, there's my decimal, and move it. So I get 35 meters. Okay? 350 decimeters equals 35 meters. Okay? Any questions on those?
No.
Nope. All right. I think you guys can knock these out of the ballpark. So we've got practice A, B, and C. Let's get to work on those now, please. And then homework will be 24 all, 1 through 30.